Okay, hello. This is a personal request from a friend of mine who tried it and liked it. It's a sort of Asian street food. It's very simple. You need cabbage. At this time of year, we can only get this short, fat one, which is quite sweet and very nice to use. But any cabbage that's white will do fine. Okay? Small onions or big onion, but that's the sort of ratio you're looking for, or less onion. But that's a have to. This is an optional ingredient and it's quite a nice addition. Nigella seeds for the end, they're optional, but my goodness, do they change the flavour. And this is just all-purpose flour, which because of COVID-19 we're struggling to find. Any flour will do fine. You just need it to thicken it. And I've got 3 eggs, but we might find that 2's enough, depending on, we're trying to coat everything. So I'll show you how it's done after I've chopped everything. Okay? I didn't use all of this cabbage. It's incredibly dense, and that's quite sufficient for what we need. You can see there's a mountain of it here, and I do need to get this into something else, so I'm very pleased. Now these are the 2 chopped onions and the chopped green pepper, and if you notice, everything's been cut into long slivers. You see, it's roughly chopped, but they're not in squares, and that's quite important for, they sort of knit better together. And this is the same. It's long pieces, fine but long. Now I've cut the onion finer because there's less of it and I want it to travel more in the mixture. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take some pepper. We use a lot of pepper in this house, and there's no garlic in this recipe. So people who don't like garlic, we never had garlic. All I'm doing is breaking the eggs up to make it easier to mix it in. Now, what I'm trying to do is to coat all of this with the egg first. It's a peculiar way of making it, I know, but we're not making a pancake to which we add something like the vegetable, where in fact we're taking the vegetable and we are coating it in the egg, and then we will add the flour to kind of glue it together. But really it's a pancake about cabbage. It's not a pancake with cabbage. So it's quite different really to the sort of thing you see in Western cuisine. But it's a useful item to make because it's another vegetable children will eat. Now, I know I go on about it, but I've had 3 and they really don't want to eat things that you think they should. But they'll eat this. And it's also something that doesn't fall apart in the hands too readily. So you can cut it into wedges and give it to them in front of their favourite TV show or whatever it is they're doing. And it doesn't spread crumbs everywhere. It's also a good picnic food and it's really nutritious. We like it with cold meats, but we like cold meats. You could eat it with anything. You can also flavour it with curry powder. You can flavour it with whatever you like. Now, I've got everything coated in that egg. And by using my hands, I know I have. If you keep pushing a spoon at things, they don't really work that well. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a spoon and the flour, and that probably is enough. We've had a bit of trouble buying flour just recently, and Paul managed to get some, but it's not for making bread. But any flour will do, bread flour, whatever, it's not a problem. What you're trying to do is just glue the thing together. I think it may need a little bit more flour, but you don't want it to be heavy on flour. You just want it to have a look of togetherness. That's the sort of phrase you could use. Right. That's certainly enough in the way of flour. It's this originally would have been made with chopsticks. So they often add egg first and then add flour to things. Now, we don't add the nigella now, but we don't forget we've still got the nigella to add. Now you've got your mixture. We take our oil. Oh dear. I'm going to need some more oil. Well, I can use something else. This one's a very high quality olive oil, but next time we'll make certain we've got the right oil. That one's just cheaper, it's a sort of mixture oil, but it is virgin anyway. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to put the heat on, and we're covering our pan in oil while it heats. We are attempting to fry the mixture. Now what you can do if you want, I mean I don't particularly want to, but what you can do is to make small ones. There's no reason why you can't. Treat it like a pancake mixture. Now, as you can see, the oil it'll start to ripple, and then you know it's quite hot and it's already happening. Now, I'm going to literally just pop it in. Now, this is where your nigella comes in. It only goes on one side, and this gives it an absolutely delightful flavour. Okay, now what we do, we'll fry this until it's solid. Okay, when it's solid, we will then turn it, slide it out and turn it over. Add some more oil to the pan and crisp this side with the lid on, and you will get the result that you really are looking for. Okay, so we'll come back in about, I'm going to turn it down because I don't want it to burn. It's got a lot of cooking to do. Probably 7 minutes, something like that. We'll come back and have a look at it, which gives me time to clean up the mess. Okay? The reason I'm not doing this is because, you know, you saw my disaster with the tarts. This is not my sort of forte. Right, you've got your crispy base. Oh, no, you need to put some oil in the base. Here we are, the oil's here. Very good. In fact, towards the end, I did put the lid on it, and now the lid's going to go on this stage as well. Right, in this goes. And that's going to be really good. Yep, lid on. Now what you're actually doing is getting it crispy. Right, now it's had about another 3 or 4 minutes, and if you listen, it's little sharp explosive noises. That's the seeds popping. So now this is clever because I can't do this. You can guarantee it'll end up on the floor. Oh, beautiful. Now look at that. Isn't that pretty? And you can still see the greens. It holds together. It's a really nice product. We let it cool down a bit. I wouldn't cut it this hot. You can eat it hot, you can eat it cold. But I really wouldn't cut it for another 5 minutes to cool it down a bit. The steam's still coming off, so it's still drying out and, well, basically become more solid. But it really is a beautifully fragrant way to eat cabbage. Humble cabbage. Really good. Okay. See you later.